Hello everybody. I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes to see if anybody's going to come on live. I'm just getting my laptop ready over here because I just wanted to bring something up that I want to talk to you guys about. So I really want to have a bit of a conversation today. So I'm hoping somebody will come on. So if you took part in the poll that I put up yesterday, I think this is a crucial video for you to be watching. Okay, I know it's late for people in the UK, so you probably won't be on. It's probably about midnight in the UK, so if you're suffering from insomnia, you might come on, otherwise you'll be fast asleep like a normal person. Anyway, I'll get started. Okay, so yesterday I decided to put up a poll. I wanted to see what is going on for everybody in the group. All right, it's easy for me to go, oh, everybody's fine, because I never hear from anybody. But I know that's probably not the case. Somebody messaged me, I think at the weekend, and said, you know, you don't necessarily feel comfortable enough putting in writing in the group what you're actually going through and what you're actually feeling. You know, it's putting yourself in a very vulnerable place. You know, you're thinking, oh, somebody might judge me or what have you. I mean, I certainly wouldn't. You know, I can't imagine that there's many women in there that would judge you for putting something down in writing that you want help with or you want support with. But I know, you know, we don't necessarily do that. You know, this is a bunch of strangers, and laying yourself out to be vulnerable is not an easy thing to do. So anyway, I know that this person that messaged me is still struggling. And in fact, she was one of the people that answered the poll, and she said that she struggles with all the different things. So if you didn't answer the poll and you're watching this video, these are the things that I was asking. So I've got my laptop over here. All right, so, oh darn, hang on a second, I'm just going to put the sound off. Yeah, you don't want the sound coming in. Right, so these are the things that I was asking, right? Do you find it hard to lose weight? Huge amounts of people said yes to that. All right, that was top of the list. Do you have weight gain from nowhere, especially around your middle? Also top of the list. All right, next one down, waking regularly in the night. Have low energy. Have energy crashes in the afternoon. Suffer from mood swings. Have bloating. Frequent hot flushes or flushes, whatever you want to call it. Night sweats. And suffering from anxiety or depression due to, you know, hormonal changes. Now, 6 years ago, that was me. All right? I know some of you know my story. Maybe not all of you. But I was overweight. I didn't know how to lose weight. I didn't know why I was getting fatter. I didn't know why I was sweating buckets every single night. Why during the day I could go from feeling like a normal, happy human being to wanting to actually murder someone or kill myself. I was so depressed. You know, this was what was going on for me. Now I know for a fact this goes on for flipping hundreds of thousands of women around the world. But we don't know what to do about it. Well, I do now. I didn't then. Okay? So, you know, I did what everybody does and I went to the doctor. You know, what did I get? A Mirena coil. Fine. That helped my periods because I had the most disgustingly frequent, heavy, disgusting periods. Right? So that helped that. But that didn't help the mood swings. So they gave me HRT. Not once did anybody address the fact that I was 12 kgs overweight, I wasn't eating to balance my hormones, and I wasn't exercising, right? That was never addressed. Now, speaking to one of my friends on Skype recently, who's in the UK, she's younger than me, but she talks to many women who are in their 40s and 50s, right? So she's about 40, and they're all saying the same thing. You know, I've put on weight. I don't know why. I feel like shit. You know, it's affecting my confidence. You know, it's affecting my work. It's affecting, you know, how I dress. It affects everything in my life. But what does the doctor tell me to do? The doctor tells me, oh, well, here's some HRT. And one woman that she knows got breast cancer after she went on HRT. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with HRT because it works for some people, but it doesn't work for everybody. And what I know is that you don't necessarily have to be on it. That's what I know now, all right? But the other thing that the doctors were saying to these women was just put up with it. You're older, you've put on weight, that's just the way it is. You just have to accept that for the rest of your life. It was like when I went into the doctor when I had an issue with my hip, which is a very, very common thing, you know, in your sacroiliac joint through lack of movement, and it's all tightened up in your muscles, and I know that now. I went in and he said, oh, well, you know, you're not getting any younger, are you? You know, it's just the way it is. So I kept referred myself to a sports doctor. He couldn't help me. I went on to this, that, and the next thing until I found a personal trainer who knew about these things. And he fixed me, right? So I didn't have to put up with this, right? So what I'm saying to you guys is you do not have to put up with all these symptoms. Somebody commented this morning. What did she say? She said, yes to all. Will I ever get over all of these symptoms? Hi, Maureen. Yes, you can get over these symptoms, all right? And it's not rocket science. This is what I peddle in every single flipping day. Now, I've got a testimonial here. Now, this is not because I'm not trying to sell my services to you right now. I'm talking very frankly as one woman to another about what is actually possible for you to do with your life with very, very small changes. All right? So you don't have to feel like this all the time and go, oh, I've just got to suffer this for years until I get out the other side of it. Well, I call bullshit on that because you don't have to. All right. Now, I had one woman come to me, and this was probably about 3 months ago. She worked with me for 10 weeks. The change that she made in 10 weeks, right, was dramatic, absolutely dramatic, right? But we worked one-on-one, which is very different. And in 10 weeks, you can do an awful lot one-on-one with people. But anyway, so what she said, this was how she was when she first came to me. She said, when I first started with Bev, I was depressed, obsessed with my body, and beating myself up constantly for eating the wrong food, and not exercising enough, and struggling with hot flushes, mood swings, sleepless nights, and many of the other joys of menopause, and in general stressing myself out about being overweight. I had tried loads of different programs and spent a lot of money, all with few or no results. Deciding to sign up for coaching with Bev has been a major positive turning point in my 50-plus life. When everything else had failed, this program worked and I got way more than I expected from it. Okay, so then what she goes into, so this is on my website if you want to look at it, but what she goes into then is what makes working with me pivotal, all right? I'm only going to read a couple. So what she said, it's not just about food and exercise. Underpinning Bev's coaching is a focus on feeling happy now and being good enough now, rather than being happy sometime in the future when you look better. This isn't a fad diet. It's an education program that will help you to make choices and changes that your body will love you for. Right? Then she goes on to say, after 10 weeks, I feel happier about myself than I have in years. I've changed the way I shop for, prepare, and think about food. I used to feel I was depriving myself of all the foods I loved. Now I just want to fuel myself with the best quality food I can get. I'm sleeping so well, and my menopause symptoms are negligible. I have more energy and enjoy the exercise I choose to do. I'm more toned, fitter and stronger, and I fit in my clothes again. I'm far more tuned in to what my body needs, and I'm also better at responding to the messages. For example, resting and relaxing when I'm tired. I love who I see in the mirror, even though she still has some curves. And this is crucial, okay? I know that I can continue to apply the ideas that I have learned. So, that's just one person. Now, I know that a lot of people don't want to work one-on-one with a coach. They don't understand what coaching is, all right? Coaching is a pretty new thing. Apparently, actually, I was talking to somebody who's yesterday in the States, and she says it's actually been around since the 60s. And I said, oh, I didn't realize that. But in just general day-to-day life, coaching, right, is seen as like, ooh, what's that, you know? But if you can come into starting in my new group next week, which is a negligible price in comparison to working with me one-on-one, you're going to learn this stuff, okay? This is what I teach my clients. Now, it's different when you're in a group, okay, and you're only getting one training a week, but it's still something that is going to give you the knowledge to make the changes to shift this stuff. All right, so the first training that I'm going to be doing is all about what is going on with your hormones and how it affects you to the point that you're putting on weight and what you need to do about it. That's just the first one. So if you come in next week and you start next week, right, you're getting it from the very start, the very best place to be, right? And then I'm going to build on that. Obviously, if you join the group 2 months down the line, you've got access to all the different videos and things that will be in there. But it's not the same as starting at a point like I'd be starting with you, right? It's us doing it together, starting on that one training, moving to the next one and the next one and the next one. That gives you the knowledge that you can change little bits all the time of how you eat, different ways of thinking, your exercise. I don't know, so much, okay, to relieve this stuff so you don't have to feel like this anymore. You know, this is my mission in life, is to help you guys not feel like this. Because when you don't feel like that, right, what happens is your body starts feeling better. Not only does your energy increase physically, but your mental energy increases. These women that I work with, their confidence increases tenfold, right? They go on to start doing things that they thought that they would never do. I remember when I was, you know, in my big funk of menopause and being overweight, I used to sit there thinking my life's over. I'm just flipping old, I'm fat, there's nothing to look forward to, you know, oh, you know, I've got, you know, my kids are going to leave soon, then I'm stuck in my unhappy marriage, you know. I felt like I had nothing, absolutely nothing. And then I changed and I learned and I moved on, okay? And that's what these women do too. So you've got so much life ahead of you and you've got so much more to give, and you cannot sit there just thinking, this is it, I'm accepting it, I'm helpless, because you're not helpless. Just like me and my hip issue, I refused to accept that I was helpless in that situation. I refused to accept that I was going to sit there for another 20 years feeling fat and frumpy and invisible. I wasn't going to do it anymore. And you don't have to do that either. I'm getting really passionate today about this. So please join me in the bloody group. It's going to be amazing. You know, you're going to have people there who've got the same, exactly the same issues as you and what you're going through. You're going to create a community because you all are feeling the same way. And you can motivate and inspire each other. You know, this stuff that I do works, right? It works. And there's nothing to mistrust. $10 a month, right? If you want to work with me one-on-one, we're talking thousands, all right? This is $10 a month. Get in May and come and join the rest of us and change your flipping life. All right, I've had enough of this now. Got really passionate today, but I hope you will. I really do hope you will, because I know that your life can be different from what you're telling me in that poll. All right? I hope to see you in there. Lots of love. Bye.